We're set for game 2. First pitch is on the way as Rebecca Stegmeyer pulls back and takes a strike from game 2 starter for the Wolves, Tiana Zupanik. Wesleyan serves as the home team in game number 2 after Piedmont just got done taking game 1 4-2. But then we flip-flop as part of the championship series, so Wesleyan gets to be the home team in this one as Zupanik delivers a ball outside. Stegmeyer, Isley, and Taylor 1-2-3 as normal for the Lions, followed by McBrayer, the DP, Hannah Morgan, the catcher. Hannah Smith plays left field. Partlow at second, Nerva in right, and Graham, the shortstop, is how the Lady Lions will line up in the batting order against Zupanik. Zupanik delivers a ball there to Presley Edwards, the catcher yet again. Bailey Caldwell is at third, Sabrina Bowen at short, Jasmine Staley, the second baseman, J.J. Wright at first. Left to right in the outfield for the Wolves, Janae Ruckard, Marilyn Neesmith, and Emily Stevenson. The 2-1 to Stegmeyer, swung on, fouled, straight back, just missed it. Runs the count even at 2-2. If you're just joining us, Piedmont took game 1 of this championship series by a score of 4-2. Kara Taylor had 3 RBIs in the game, including a ringing 2 RBI double off the top of the center field wall that put Piedmont up 3-2 at the time. That was back in the 5th inning. That ended up being the game-winning hit as Stegmeyer takes the ball here. Runs the count even. Stegmeyer was 0 for 3 in game 1. She did draw a walk and score later on in that frame, though, so doing her job as a leadoff hitter one way or the other. Leading off here, 3-2, grounded out toward short. Bowen, long throw, not in time. She had no chance of getting the speedy Stegmeyer, who's on with a leadoff single. Now there she takes off going, and she's going to be in trouble. They were ready for it. Diving back in, she's out. Stegmeyer tried to catch the defense lacking. I sure thought she was out. She took a hard tag. She's a little shaken up. And I think she might have actually been ruled safe because of obstruction. Brady Tigert, the Wesleyan head coach, he's given the first base umpire an earful, so that must have been the call. I sure thought Stegmeyer was out, but now the concern is whether or not she's injured because of a hard tag. It looks like she'll stay in the game, but she's a little bit shaken up.
Now batting the third baseman, Caitlin Isley.
Good work by the Wolves defense, though. They weren't caught off guard. Stegmeyer tried to catch them lacking. She took off towards second, and they were ready for it. And then the throw, I guess the call is obstruction on J.J. Wright, standing out in front of the base, not giving Stegmeyer a path to the base without having the ball in hand. So the way I see it, Lions catch a break there because she was out, if not for the obstruction call. As now Caitlin Isley digs in for the Lions. She was 1 for 2, scored a pair of runs in the game 1 victory. Had a double her first time up and eventually scored. She squares here, and it's going to be fouled. It almost hit her. I thought it was fouled off. It must not have been. She must have just flat out missed it. And so Stegmeyer advances up to second. She gets a stolen base. Well, correction, it was a wild pitch, not a stolen base. So a couple weird looking plays so far to start this game. As the 0-2 to Isley, she takes it low for a ball. Zupanik gets the sign, sets, delivers, grounded hard towards third. Ruckard's going to get her or Caldwell rather, is going to get Stegmeyer in another rundown, and she's tagged out on her way to third. Good base running there by Isley to advance to second. But Stegmeyer, again, she's one of the toughest base stealers, one of the best base runners in the conference, but she's out that time. Really solid defense there by Caldwell, the third baseman. She played short in game 1, now over at third. She didn't panic, looked her all the way back, and decided Stegmeyer was too far off second base. And I think we got a play on her, and they did. So that's an important first out, and it comes on the base paths for the Lions. So Isley reaches with a fielder's choice. She advances out to second base. And it brings up Kara Taylor. Team's first baseman, delayed steal. Isley goes to third. The throw's way wide, and Isley's going to scamper home without a throw. Piedmont softball doing what Piedmont softball does. Force the issue, make the opponent make a throw, and that time Isley took off on the throw back to Zupanik, and Zupanik panicked. She turned and threw to third, and it was nowhere close to being on the mark. And now Isley comes home. For the second game in a row, she scores the first run of the game, and Piedmont has a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. A lot of action on the bases already in this one. I can't even keep up with it. Taylor lines one through the hole through the left side, and she's on with a base hit. So just to recap, Isley reached on a fielder's choice there on a play that Stegmeyer got cut down trying to go to third. Isley got all the way to second on the play with some good base running. She steals third on a delay and then takes home on a wild pitch. Kara Taylor singles, and that brings up the DP, Emma McBrayer. McBrayer, the first pitch from Zupanik, grounded out towards short. Bowen can't handle it the first time. Long throw, not in time. A nice play by J.J. Wright to go up and get it and probably save her shortstop an error. So back-to-back base hits toward that direction for Piedmont, Kara Taylor, and now Emma McBrayer. The catcher, Hannah Morgan, she's going to dig in now. 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks in game one was Morgan, so not her best output. But she's back in the lineup here with a big opportunity, a pair of runners on base. She takes a first pitch strike from Zupanik. I thought we'd see Kimmy Dick in the circle again for Wesleyan. They decided to mix things up, go with Zupanik, their number 2 option. She's not a bad option. Second team All-West Division player is a utility. HMO lines one out towards center field. Coming in is Neesmith. She can't make the play. The throw's going to go to third. Not in time. Taylor dives in ahead. That would have been a forced play. And everybody's going to move up a base. HMO gets a base hit. And the line keeps moving. That's 3 straight singles for the Lady Lions. And they're all aboard for Hannah Smith. Boy, I thought that ball from Morgan was hit harder than it was, and I don't think I'm alone. I think Neesmith thought the same thing. She froze and broke back even for a second. And then by the time she realized her mistake and came charging in, well, not a mistake. You, as an outfielder, you're taught to take a first step back. But then once she did that, it was too late to come charging in. So instead, the bases are loaded with 1 out for Hannah Smith. Smith was 1 for 2 in game 1 of this series. Playing left field once again. Moved up in the order 1 spot. She's batting 6th in this contest. And she faces Zupanik with a chance to add on to Piedmont's early lead. The 1-0 delivers strike by Zupanik. Nice pitch on the outer part of the plate. Another great crowd here for game 2. Could be the deciding game of this series. Hannah Smith grounds it towards second. Staley, she's going to come home. It's in time. And they get Kara Taylor, the lead runner at home. Nice play by the Wesleyan second baseman. It was hit just a little bit too hard for Hannah Smith. That's what she does. She hits it on the ground as a slap hitter and tries to beat him out. But the infield was playing in, trying to cut down a run at home, and they did just that. A nice play by Staley. So that brings up Lindsay Partlow with 2 outs. Bases are still loaded. The first pitch to the freshman second baseman is inside. It's called a strike. We didn't see Partlow bat. She was DP'd for in game 1, but she was out there playing second base. So she gets her first hit of this first at bat rather of this championship series right here. She grounds one foul over toward the on deck circle. Partlow, I mentioned, a first team West Division player this season. A .316 hitter, 18 hits in her 57 at bats. She missed some time with an injury, and that's true of a lot of players for this Lady Lions team early in the season, but she's got back healthy and held down the second base spot pretty convincingly. She grounds that one toward short. The throw is going to go to third, and it's in time. Nice play by Sabrina Bowen. Didn't panic and took the force play at third to end the inning. Oh, Piedmont tacks on one early in the top of the first thanks to some good base running from Caitlin Isley. And the Lions have a 1-0 lead after just one half inning. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Game 2 of the USA South Softball Tournament Championship Series. Piedmont took Game 1 just a little bit ago by a score of 4-2, and we're just getting underway here in Game 2. Piedmont, the visitors, they've got an early 1-0 lead as Wesleyan steps in for their first at-bat of this contest. Marilyn Neesmith, the center fielder. She'll dig in, and the first pitch to her is right back to the pitcher. That's Martina Malik. She'll turn and make the throw to first, and there's one away. Hadn't even had a chance to introduce Tina yet. Her walk-up is welcome to the show, and she's been putting on a show as of late. First team all-conference selection as a pitcher, the 2021 USA South Pitcher of the Year, and she's been about as good as they come yet again down the stretch. 13-4 this season on the mound, an ERA of 1.37. Her whip is just 1.12. She's been stellar. Delivers a pitch here to Savannah Pollock, and it's a ball. The lineup in this game for Wesleyan: Neesmith, the center fielder, and Pollock, the DP, who's at the plate now, followed by Bailey Caldwell, the third baseman. J.J. Wright at first, Tiana Zupanik, the pitcher, Janae Ruckert in left, Sabrina Bowen at short, Presley Edwards, the catcher, and Jasmine Staley bats ninth, playing second base, as Pollock took another one low and away for a ball. Defensively for Piedmont, Hannah Morgan, she's behind the plate. Left to right in the infield is Isley and Drew Graham on the left side, Partlow and Kara Taylor on the right. Left to right in the outfield is Smith, Stegmeyer, and Hartley Nerva out in right as Tina battles back and gets a called strike on the outer half of the plate. Hope everybody got that. I threw a lot of information at you there in a short amount of time as we get the second game started. Tina delivers, flown out toward left field. Coming in is Smith. She can't make the play. It bounces in front of her. And she'll get it back into Drew Graham, and that's a one-out single down the left field line for Savannah Pollock. That's her second hit of this championship series.
Now batting the third baseman, Bailey Caldwell.
Again, this is the bottom of the first. Wesleyan in their all-gray uniforms as the visiting team, quote-unquote, in this championship series. They get to be the home team in Game 2 as Caldwell lines one out toward left field. Hannah Smith dives, can't make the grab. Bounces off her glove, and she keeps it in front of her, though. That could have been a challenging play if it gets by her. Sort of an in-betweener for the left fielder. Do you dive or do you pull up and try to keep it in front of you? Hannah decided to lay out, almost made the play. But more importantly, she kept the ball in front of her, didn't let it bound toward the wall, or else we'd still have Wesleyan base runners running wild. That was a hard-hit single for Bailey Caldwell, and this is about what we always see out of Martina Malik. She'll give up a few hits early and then settle in. That's just what she does. She pitches to contact, but she does it as well as anybody, as this first pitch to J.J. Wright is a strike. Yeah, I think we find ourselves almost every time Martina pitches here. She gives up a few hard-hit balls the first time through the lineup, and we go, uh-oh, is this not her day? Is she not having her stuff? But it's just what she does. She finds a way to settle in. This one's popped straight up in the air. Three Lions are giving chase. Morgan can't make the basket catch behind the plate. That's a play Hannah Morgan would probably like to have back. It bounced right off the heel of her glove. Tried to do the basket catch instead of getting her hands up above her head. I don't think she quite saw it with the sun, and then at the last minute threw her hands out in hopes, and it was just too late. So instead, J.J. Wright's got new life, but it is an 0-2 count. As Malik delivers, it's in the dirt. Aggressive lead, throw back, almost got her. Savannah Pollock testing the arm of Hannah Morgan, which I don't think they want to do too many times. HMO and Madison Henry, both that play catcher for the Lions, they're more than happy to showcase their arms. They do it plenty often. So you better be ready if you're out on the bases. The 1-2, this one's lined again out toward left. Hannah Smith has got it, and she doesn't know how many outs there are. That's going to be a base running mistake by Pollock, and it's a double play. Smith makes the grab, fires it back into second base. Pollock, the runner at second, didn't know the situation and danced too far off of second base. So it's a double play for Piedmont. And we head to the second. The Lady Lions have a 1-0 lead. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.
Fielder Hartley Nerva.
Top of the second inning here in Game 2 of the USA South Championship Series. Piedmont right fielder Hartley Nerva is going to lead this one off. We haven't seen a lot of Hartley at the plate or in the starting lineup this season. We see her a lot in right field late in games at a defensive replacement. But don't usually see her in the starting lineup. But she's got a chance here. Swings at the first pitch she sees, and she fouls it back and away. She says, heck, if I'm in the starting lineup, I'm going to play some softball and take some cuts. Nerva, 200 hitter on the year, only has 5 at-bats entering this game. This is her first at-bat of the postseason. She does have 1 hit and 2 runs scored on the year. She takes that one up and away for a ball. So getting a chance to play here in a big situation, the championship series, against an all-conference performer in Tiana Zupanik, who's on the mound for Wesleyan. She delivers the 1-1. Brushes Nerva back off the plate. Anybody, if you're curious, Nerva is spelled Nepveux. I had to ask her on promo pick day. I'm going to need a pronunciation for that one. She takes that one inside for a ball. She's got a plus count here at 3-1. Every year we bring freshmen in, bring the whole team in, take some promo picks that we use for our graphics. Carl Moore, our photographer, we always appreciate his work. But it's a chance for us to meet our new athletes usually and get some clarification on where they're from, how to pronounce their name, all that good stuff. And Nerva, in her first plate appearance of the postseason, draws a walk to lead off the second inning, and that brings up Drew Graham. Drew is 1 for 3 in Game 1 of this series. The 9-hole hitter here for Piedmont. She likes to swing at the first pitch. I wouldn't be surprised if she does it again here. Well, she bunts it fair. Third baseman makes the play across to Graham, or across to J.J. Wright, rather, to get Drew Graham at first, and it's a perfect sack bunt. I think I'm going to count that as swinging at the first pitch. She didn't swing necessarily, but she put the first one she saw in play and did her job. As Nerva moves on up to second. And it flips the lineup over to Rebecca Stegmeyer, the USA South Player of the Year, Piedmont center fielder. Looking for her first hit of the championship series. She did draw a walk and score a run in game 1. First pitch to her, lined out towards short, gloved by Sabrina Bowen. And just like that, there's 2 outs in the frame. 2 pitches, 2 outs now for Zupanik as she tries to work around a leadoff walk. Zupanik kicks, delivers the first pitch to Isley. Nice pitch right on the black on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Really nice weather again here at the Walker Athletic Complex here in early May. Some winds. We saw some clouds earlier, but those have all passed, and we got sunshine here for game 2. Pretty solid weather for some softball, if you ask me. I think all of our fans here would probably agree. Isley just took one inside, and it's now 1-1. Definitely the best crowd I think I've ever seen for a Piedmont athletic event, and this is my second year here in the department. Bleachers are full. We got fans out on the left field hill. We got some fans over in right field at the Walker Athletic Complex. Just a full stadium here today, and it's really great to see for this championship series. Isley takes one on the outer part of the plate. Fastball for a strike, and it's 1-2 now as Zupanik tries to work around some trouble. Nerva, she's at second. She led off the inning with a walk. The 1-2, low and inside. Nice job. Nerva takes off her third, and she's in there with a stolen base. No matter what, death taxes and Piedmont softball stealing bases. That's just what they do. So Nerva takes third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild. Mr. Brett Loftus with Caitlin Isley, number 2 at the plate. Zupanik has her sign, kicks, delivers, misses just outside. A pretty good pitch trying to get Isley to chase. And instead it runs the count full. Piedmont already with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Lady Lions are the visitors in this contest. Friendly reminder. Zupanik fires, lined out toward left center field. The center fielder, Neesmith, is under it though, and she'll reel it in for out number 3. Nerva stranded at third as the Lions threaten, but can't add to their lead. We go to the bottom of the second. Piedmont 1, Wesleyan 0. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Five, 6, and 7 due up here for the Wesleyan Wolves in their home half of the second inning. Pitcher Tiana Zupanik is going to dig in for her first at-bat against Piedmont ace Martina Malik. As Tina gets her sign, kicks, delivers, and a changeup is in there for a strike on the outer part of the plate. Zupanik didn't get a chance to come up last inning as J.J. Wright lined out to left field for the second out, and then the Lions doubled up Savannah Pollock at second base. Couldn't get back in time as Zupanik flies one toward the first base dugout. Both Morgan and Taylor give chase, but there's no play to be made as it sails out of play. So I mentioned in the first inning, Martina Malik, she gave up a few hard hit balls, but that's just kind of what she does. She always manages to pitch to contact about as well as anybody I've ever seen. Baseball, softball, doesn't matter. She pitches to her strengths, and she doesn't shy away, and she doesn't try to differentiate herself from any other way. She just does what she does. She missed that one for a ball, almost got Zupanik to swing at it though, so it's a 1-2 count now. As Tina gets her sign, delivers, and it's lined over her head, but Partlow's there. Glove, quick throw, gets the sliding Zupanik by a half a step. And Zupanik tried everything she could to get in there ahead of the throw, but to no avail. I've never understood the dive into first base, personally. Diving and sliding into first. I get that usually it's somebody giving they're hustling, they're giving it everything they got, and I respect that. But even usually I think it slows you down, and two, it makes the play look even closer than it might have been to the umpire. So you might have been safe anyway, but I feel like they're more likely to call you out because you slid or you dove, and it looked then like an exciting close play. But that's just me. I respect the hustle. It's an interesting move, though, if you ask me. As Tina gets that one for a strike, pointed in at Hannah Morgan and said, nice frame job there. I think they might have stole one that was a little bit low, but they'll take it. As it's 1-1 now to Janae Ruckert, the Wolves left fielder, who takes one outside for a ball. Tina last week was about as good as anybody in the conference in the first round of the tournament. Pitched twice, 2 of them were complete games. She allowed only 1 run, and it was unearned in her 2 outings. As Ruckert swings through that one, another off-speed pitch, as Tina had her way out in front. Yeah, if you're going to score against Martina Malik, you usually got to do it early or before she settles in and finds her groove. As she delivers a 2-2 here, but it skips in for a ball. Winds have been swirling throughout the 2 games so far today. Flag out in left center field's blowing in right now, so anything up in the air probably not going to travel too far. As this one, curveball, outer part of the zone for a strike. As Tina gets her first strikeout of the game, a nice pitch.
Now batting the shortstop.
That froze Ruckert, and you could see Hannah Morgan right away popped up from her position behind the plate and gave a point to say, nice pitch. And it really was. So for Tina, who, like I mentioned, doesn't get a lot of strikeouts, gets one there, and it brings up Sabrina Bowen with 2 outs, who swings at the first pitch. High in the air on the infield. Drew Graham takes control and gloves it to complete a 1-2-3 inning for the Lions. We go to the top of the 3rd. Piedmont 1, Wesleyan 0. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Top of the 3rd inning in Game 2 of this championship series. Again, Piedmont, the visiting team, in this one after they won Game 1. In the Game 1 here, Kara Taylor leads off, grounds one out toward second base. Jasmine Staley gloves it. Low throw. J.J. Wright, nice play at first. Saved her second baseman in air. And gives the Wolves a dramatic first out when it really shouldn't have been as dramatic as it was. So 1 pitch, 1 out in this inning. Again, 1-0 lead for Piedmont. They got 1 in the first. After Isley stole third and then advanced on an error. As here's Emma McBrayer, the game 1 starter, takes a called strike. McBrayer, the DP, one of the best two-way players in the USA South. Earned her 15th win of the season in game 1, 15-2 overall in the circle. Really spectacular numbers for the sophomore as she takes that one for a ball. McBrayer, a second-team West Division selection this season as a pitcher. But again, I mentioned you probably could have put her in there as a utility player as well. The 1-1 grounded toward third. Caldwell gloves it across to right for out number 2.
Now batting the catcher, Hannah.
A couple of quick ground ball outs here for Tiana Zupanik. The Wolves' number 2 pitcher. We saw Kimmy Dick in game 1, as I thought we'd see her in game 2. They seem to go with her until her arm falls off before they go to Zupanik most of the time. That's not a knock on Zupanik. She's had a really solid year. She's 10-7 record-wise. 81 strikeouts, 2.22 ERA. So she's plenty good of a pitcher in her own right, even though she plays second fiddle to Dick. Hannah Morgan takes one up and out of the zone for a ball. And Zupanik delivers the 1-0, just a little bit low. Hannah Morgan, she singled her first time up after a pair of strikeouts in game 1, so good to see her get back on track. And she bats here with 2 strikes. A 2-0 count coming from Zupanik, lined out towards center field. Neesmith ranges to her left and gloves it, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Piedmont on offense. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Piedmont. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.
Wolves, the catcher, Presley Edwards.
Bottom of the third inning here at the Walker Athletic Complex. The WAC on the campus of Piedmont University in gorgeous Demorest, GA. Game 2 of our USA South Tournament Championship Series between Piedmont and Wesleyan. As the Wolves lead off this inning with a called strike charged against Presley Edwards, their catcher. Edwards 1 for 3 in game 1 of this series. That was her first hit of the postseason. Looking for a second hit here against Malik, who delivers the 0-1. Tails just outside for a ball. The Wolves, as I mentioned, sort of on a Cinderella run. They're the 5 seed in the West Division. This one's lofted softly out towards center field. Stegmeyer comes in and makes the play. And that's out number 1. But as I was saying, Wesleyan, 9-7 in the regular season in conference play, finished 5th in the West Division, which meant they had to play the play-in game at Maryville. They won that 6-1 to advance to the Pfeiffer half of the bracket, 4 teams in Meisenheimer, North Carolina. And the Wolves went 3-1 there, went on a nice little run. Defeated Pfeiffer twice, the top seed from the East, to advance to this championship series. As Jasmine Staley, the second baseman, her first at-bat takes a strike. So definitely not the series a lot of people across the conference would have predicted. A lot of Pfeiffer predictions. Piedmont, the top seed from the West. They would have gotten a lot of votes, I'm sure, to be the champion, but I don't think a lot of teams predicted Wesleyan to be in this situation, so credit to the Wolves. They've gotten hot at the right time. And they're eyeing down a potential chance to steal away an automatic bid in the upcoming NCAA tournament. They got to win to get in. As the 1-1 to Staley, a nice changeup. She was out in front, and it's 1-2 now. Piedmont, as I mentioned in Game 1, ranked 16th in the country in the NFCA Top 25 Coaches Poll. So I have to imagine that the Lions will make the NCAA tournament field with a win or a loss in this championship series. But the Wolves got to win, and they got to earn an automatic bid if they want to continue their season. Malik's 1-2 just didn't hold up enough on an off-speed pitch, tailed out of the zone. So instead it's 2-2 now to Staley. Swung on and missed, and it's a strikeout for Martina Malik, her second. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting the center fielder, Marilyn Neesmith.
Nice changeup there from Malik. Had the 9-hole hitter way out in front. And it's another 2 quick outs as Wesleyan turns their lineup back over to Marilyn Neesmith, their all-conference center fielder. Neesmith, a second-team West Division selection this season. She grounded out to Malik, I believe, on the first pitch she saw back in the first inning. But she takes this one high for a ball. Malik's 1-0. Again, just doesn't quite catch the plate. Looks like another off-speed pitch. She's still all off-speed already in this game, you can tell, which is typical of her. She doesn't have blazing speed. A lot of softball pitchers we see. Cheyenne Cox, for example, she was pitched for Greensboro in our regional tournament last week. She had a blazing fastball that she went to more often than any other pitch. Tina doesn't quite have the velocity. She's got to mix up her looks more, try to keep hitters off balance. And she does a pretty stellar job of it. First team all-conference selection that she is. But she's down 3-0 here to Neesmith. And she delivers a 3-0 in there for a strike. Neesmith never took the bat off her shoulder. She was not swinging at that no matter what. Trying to earn her way on one way or the other. So a 3-1 count now. Tina kicks, delivers, swung on, looped out toward short. Drew Graham is there. She gloves it. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for the Lions. Piedmont 1, Wesleyan 0. We go to the 4th. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Top of the 4th inning here in Game 2. Hannah Smith leads off the frame for the Lady Lions. Just took a strike in the lower third of the zone. Smith reached on a fielder's choice her first time up when the Lions were trying to tack on a few more runs back in the top of the first inning. Had the bases loaded, but could only manage one run. Trying to add to their lead here are the Lady Lions against the Wesleyan Wolves. As this one's grounded toward third. Caldwell gloves it, throws, and gets Hannah Smith by about a step. A nice play from the Wesleyan third baseman.
Now batting the second baseman, Lindsay Partlow.
If you're just joining us, this is Game 2. Piedmont took Game 1 by a score of 4-2, which means the Lions can finish this series here with a win and be the back-to-back champions of the USA South Conference Tournament. Wesleyan, who is the home team in this one, they're fighting for their postseason hopes. They're trying to keep their season alive. As Partlow, first pitch she sees, grounded towards Staley. She knocks it down, throws on the run, got her. Good hustle by Partlow down the line, but a good job by Staley not to panic after she didn't glove it cleanly initially to stick with it and still make the play. So Partlow now, she also had reached on a fielder's choice back in the first, but she grounds out 4-3. And it brings up Hartley Nerva. Piedmont starting right fielder, drew a walk her first plate appearance and swings through this high fastball. Piedmont in the all black with green trim. Wesleyan, the all dark gray. Their purple trim for the Wolves. Good uniform matchup. Zupanik delivers a fastball strike again, and it's 0-2. I don't know how long this innings lasted, maybe a minute, minute and a half, somewhere in that range, and we're already one pitch away from being done with it. Zupanik working quickly and delivers an 0-2, and Nerva takes it high for a ball. Good plate discipline by the freshman, who, again, we haven't seen a ton of this season, only her sixth. Well, she only got 5 official at-bats. She drew a walk her first time up in this game, so we haven't seen a ton of her. And she's facing an all-conference player here in Zupanik, who delivers the 1-2, just missed inside. I thought it was a strike, but I'm glad it wasn't, because that means it's 2-2 with 2 outs. Deuces are wild. Still keeping that going this year for Brett Loftus, former voice of the Lions, just graduated yesterday. Congratulations to him. As the 2-2, that one's in there for a strike. Zupanik gets Nerva looking. And that ends a very quick fourth inning for Piedmont. We go to the bottom. Piedmont leads 1-0. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Bottom of the fourth inning here at the Walker Athletic Complex. The Wolves are due up. Savannah Pollock, Bailey Caldwell, and J.J. Wright, the 2, 3, 4 hitters in this Wesleyan lineup. Pollock singled her last time up as part of a pair of hits back-to-back between Pollock and Caldwell back in the first inning. She takes a ball here. Our scoreboard operator, Michael Thomason, Piedmont baseball player, pointed out to me the line right now shows Piedmont 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and Wesleyan no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. We're in the bottom of the fourth. That's exactly what the line was after the first inning, though. So not a lot of action as this game's rolled on and both pitchers have taken control. Malik and Zupanik dueling it out here. Wesleyan trying to keep their season alive, and Piedmont trying to close out their second straight conference championship. Malik delivers a 2-0 there, and it's low for a ball, so now she's in danger of putting the leadoff runner on. Pollock was the right fielder in game 1. Got replaced midway through for a defensive replacement, but came back in to hit. In this game, she's just the DP, so this is her job. Squares to bunt. I think that was just a deke, and it didn't throw Malik off even a little bit as she delivers a strike in there, and it makes it 3-1 now. Just a little gamesmanship from Pollock. Square around to bunt, get the pitcher to panic just that little bit when she's delivering the ball, but it didn't work. Instead, the 3-1 lined hard down the right field line, but it's way foul. Pollock way ahead of that one. Malik gets the sign. Turns, kicks, delivers. Lined out towards center field. Stegmeyer running over her shoulder. Nice running grab by the Piedmont center fielder. Not surprised that Rebecca Stegmeyer came away with that one. She had a beat on it right off the bat, I could tell. She had a good first step on it and made a nice running grab over her left shoulder for out number 1. So Pollock, she's hit the ball hard twice in this game against Martina Malik. But as Tina does, she pitches to contact and she lets her defense do the work. And Stegmeyer did it that time. As now she gets ahead of Bailey Caldwell with a nice pitch. Caldwell again. She singled her first time up back in the first. But she's down 0-1 here as Malik delivers the 0-1. Check swing, poke down the right field line. Kara Taylor giving chase, but it drifts out of play. Not a lot of foul territory here at the Walker Athletic Complex. So anything that doesn't fall in play, it usually means it's going to, if it doesn't fall in fair territory, it's usually out of play. Malik, the 0-2, inside. Didn't get the call. She gives a little chuckle. Thought she might have got it, but I think it was the right call. Just a little bit inside. Didn't quite catch the black of the plate. But a good pitch nonetheless. Try to get a swing and a miss. Instead, it's 1-2 now. Swung on, hit out towards second base. Partlow gloves it over to Taylor at first. And there's 2 away.
Now batting the first baseman, J.J. Wright.
That brings up the first baseman, J.J. Wright, the 4-hitter for the Wolves. She lined out to left field her first time up. Hit it well, but right at Hannah Smith, and Savannah Pollock, who was the runner at second base at the time, wasn't able to get back to second in time as the Lions doubled her up to end the inning. And Malik this time delivers a first pitch strike to number 34. Wright was 1 for 3 in game 1, so she's 1 for 4 overall in this series. The 0-1 fouled straight back into the netting. She was a little out in front of a breaking pitch from Tina. And it's 0-2 now. Again, 1-0 score. Piedmont got a run in the top of the first inning. Piedmont is the visitors in this game. Caitlin Isley found her way on base after a couple wacky plays involving Rebecca Stegmeyer on the bases, but Isley stole third, then took home on an error as the 0-2 swung on and missed. Martina Malik, her third strikeout of the game, and works a 1-2-3 inning as Piedmont still leads 1-0 heading to the 5th. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Top of the 5th inning for Piedmont, 9-1-2 in the batting order due up. It's Drew Graham, the shortstop, to lead it off against Tiana Zupanik, who delivers the first pitch strike right down the middle to Graham. Piedmont a 1-0 lead in Game 2, and they lead the series 1-0, this best of 3. The winner is the USA South Tournament champion. One hopper right back to Zupanik, quick throw over to first, and that's an easy first out for her as Drew Graham is retired.
The center fielder, Rebecca Stegmeyer.
Lions took Game 1 4-2. They lead 1-0 here in Game 2 of this best of 3, trying to win a second straight conference tournament championship. But in their way is a West Division foe, the Cinderella team of this tournament, the Wesleyan Wolves, trying to complete a really spectacular run in this tournament. First pitch to Stegmeyer, top of the order for Piedmont, in there for a strike. Even if the Wolves do come up short of this championship, really they got nothing to hang their heads about. They've had a really great run. They're 4-2 now in the postseason after finishing 9-7 in conference play. Had to earn their way in the play-in game and then have gone on a really great run since, as Stegmeyer hits one hard down the left field line, but it goes left of the bag. Brady Tigert and his bunch, assistant coaches Amber Wagnus and John Statham, pitching consultant Connie Clark. They've done a really great job. They've had this team playing their best softball of the season in the games when it matters the most. So just to be in this conference championship series, I think, is a great plus for them. As this one's high for a ball to Stegmeyer, it's 1-2. But just being here probably isn't enough for them. They'd like to come out with a championship to complete this run, continue their season, and earn an automatic bid in the NCAA championships. And it's not over. It's only a 1-0 game. We gotta play this out. Nice change up there. Stegmeyer holds off. 2-2 count now with one away here in the top of the 5th. Zupanik peers into the dugout to get her sign. Checks the wristband, knows what she wants, kicks, delivers the 2-2. Outer part of the plate, she got the call. Strike 3. Stegmeyer goes down on strikes, and Terry Martin, I don't think, is very appreciative of that call. Walking out of his third base coach's box, I think he thought it was a little low, maybe a little bit away. And he might have been right. I don't have a great angle of it, but I think it was a pretty good pitch from Zupanik. She definitely hit her spot, and she got rewarded for it. So there's 2 away here now in the top of the 5th inning. Caitlin Isley, first pitch she sees, swings over the top of it for a strike. Piedmont dugout, can hear him chanting, trying to cheer on Isley here with 2 outs. See if they can keep the inning alive. The 0-1 swung on high out towards center field. Coming in on it, actually going out on it, is Jasmine Staley. Nice play. I thought that was going to be Marilyn Neesmith, the center fielder, but Staley showing off a little bit of range. She makes a running grab in shallow center, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Piedmont, heading to the bottom half. Piedmont leads 1-0. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to the broadcast booth here at the Walker Athletic Complex, campus of Piedmont University, Demarest, GA, the site of our USA South Tournament Championship Series between Wesleyan and Piedmont. Tiana Zupanik, the number 5 hitter in this Wesleyan lineup in the Game 2 pitcher. She's going to dig in to lead off this inning against Martina Malik, who's got her sign. And kicks and delivers the first pitch of the inning. It's just a little bit low. No, it's in the zone for a strike. Nice changeup. Thought it had. Didn't know if it had enough steam to stay in the zone, but I guess it did. Malik's 0-1. Hit hard out toward left field. Actually, it might have been off the end of the bat. Drew Graham! What a play! Drew Graham got turned around. The shortstop going back on it. Put herself in the spin cycle, wasn't sure which shoulder to look over, but instead made a Willie Mays basket catch for out number 1. She gets a nice job, nice play from Martina Malik. That's a great first play. Great first out for this inning for Piedmont. Boy, I thought that ball was hit harder than it was. It must have been off the end of the bat for Zupanik because she's got plenty of power, and when it left the bat, I thought it was ticketed for the gap. But instead, it was Graham at shortstop as this one not hit very hard either up in the air. Graham's got it for out number 2. That was Janae Rooker, the first pitch she saw off the end of the bat. So a pair of P6s to start this inning. And a nice play from Drew Graham. She's been really good this year at shortstop. The senior leader. She's played some third base as well when Isley was out with an injury. Second half of the season, though, she's been back to her more natural position at short, and she's played it like an all-star. The first pitch here to Sabrina Bowen. Low for a ball. You really can't rave on Drew Graham enough what she's meant to this team this year. She stepped up when they had a lot of injuries in the middle infield and at third base with Isley. She led off. She batted second. She did what they needed as this one's hit out toward left. Easy play for Hannah Smith coming in. And it's another 1, 2, 3 inning for Martina Malik. We go to the 6th. It's Piedmont 1, Wesleyan 0. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Top of the 6th inning here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Piedmont leads 1-0. Wesleyan's running out of time, and Piedmont has got to have their eyes on a few more insurance runs. I don't think one run is going to cut it in this game as Kara Taylor, first pitch she sees, line down the left field line, just fair. KT is going to run into second. She'll have a leadoff double. And that's a hot start to this inning for the Lady Lions. Gosh, Kara Taylor. Home runs, doubles, RBIs, just a machine with those down the stretch here. She's just been as good as they come in the conference and all conference first team selection at first base. 47 RBIs at this point on the season. She had 3 in game 1 of this series. Piedmont scored 4 runs. She was responsible for 3 of them, but she'll be lifted here for a pinch runner, Hannah Calloway. Not surprised to see Calloway. We saw her. She's always the first person off the bench. We saw her run in game 1 as well. She stole a base. She's 12 of 13 now on the season stolen bases, is Calloway at second. And she stands out there now representing an important insurance run as Emma McBrayer digs in. McBrayer singled her first time up. Grounded out to third back in the third. So she's 1 for 2 in this game. First pitch she sees lined but foul down the right field line. McBrayer's really found her groove as of late. She wasn't in the batting order a lot at the beginning of the year. Piedmont was trying to keep her more at full strength for as a pitcher and not have her in the lineup every day, but a few injuries have really forced their hand, and then when she's been playing so well, they can't take her out of the lineup. She squares to bunt here, takes it for a ball. Callaway takes off. She'll take third, no throw. Boy, great base running by Callaway. She reads that so well. She sees Presley Edwards has to jump out of her stance to make the play, and even then Callaway knows, I've got this bag stolen because I'm quick enough, and if it's not a perfect throw, I'm there. When the catcher's not quite in her normal rhythm, she knows she can take that base. Really great base running from Callaway. It's 1-1 to McBrayer. The pitch grounded towards short. It's gloved. It's going to be an RBI, though. Across the diamond goes Sabrina Bowen. She'll get McBrayer. But Emma gets an RBI ground out as Callaway comes home, and it's now 2-0 Piedmont. Manufacturing runs. That's what the Lady Lions do, and that's what Callaway did there. A double, a stolen base, and then I'll score on a ground ball. It doesn't always have to be exciting. It's just got to get the job done, and Callaway did it there. Hannah Morgan digs in now. First pitch was a rise ball. Rose way too much out of the zone. The 0-1, or the 1-0 rather, lifted high and up out of play. Two runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Lady Lions thus far in game number 2. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors on the flip side for the Wolves. The 1-1 to H-Mo is high for a ball. Zupanik in the circle for Wesleyan, gets her sign and delivers the 2-1 way outside. Presley Edwards couldn't reel it in. It goes to the backstop, and it's 3-1. This has the feeling of a big inning for Piedmont. 1 run already across. There's only 1 out, and Zupanik has missed the zone poorly a few times, to put it lightly, in this at-bat to Hannah Morgan. So maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in. It's been a long tournament. It's been a long couple games. And this one's low and in for a ball. Hannah Morgan draws a walk with 1 out. So again, Piedmont with base runners on. Feels like a big opportunity to take advantage and tack on a few more. And that might be all they need for Martina Malik, who's been sensational in the circle. We'll get another pinch runner here. Terry Martin's going to try to manufacture another run in this inning as Lexi Chitwood jogs out to first base. She'll run for Morgan.
Pitch running first base for the Lions, number 7, Lexi Chitwood. Stepping up to the plate, the left fielder, Hannah Smith.
Chitwood stole a base in game number 1 when she was a pinch hitter, or a pinch runner rather, there as well. She's yet to be caught stealing this season. She's 5 of 5. And I wouldn't be shocked to see her moving again. From the left side, here's Hannah Smith, squares to bunt, pulls it back on one high and in. Chitwood was on the move, and she'll take second without a problem. Boy, that stolen base, well, I guess it'll go as a pass ball for Chitwood. I'm not sure if it's a stolen base or not, but either way, getting to second base without having to lay a bunt down is huge for this Piedmont offense. You don't maybe now have to give up an out to get Chitwood to third, or maybe even bring her home if Hannah Smith can place one in the right spot. Because Smith can put the ball on the ground. That's what she does. Slap hitting lefty. She'll put it on the ground and try to beat the throw to first. And she's already done it once in this series. So a lot of speed at their disposal right now for head coach Terry Martin, both at the plate and at second base. That's Chitwood again out at second base, the pinch runner. As Zupanik delivers the 1-0 to Smith. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Chitwood's going to third. Throw beats her, but not in time with the tag. She just got under the tag of Sabrina Bowen, the shortstop covering the bag. So that'll be a stolen base for Chitwood.
1-1 count.
The count's 1-1 at the plate as Hannah Smith pulled back on a strike. Yeah, unfortunate break there for Wesleyan. The throw from Edwards, the catcher, it beat Chitwood, but it bounced and it so wasn't able to put the tag down. Here's a bunt toward third. Caldwell fields. She doesn't have a play. She's going to fire back to Chitwood. Chitwood's in there safely. Hannah Smith is going to get herself a single. Really well placed with that one. There was no play. Caldwell had nowhere to go with that once she fielded it. Hannah Smith was way too fast down the line.
Now batting the second baseman, Lindsay Partlow.
So Chitwood at third, Hannah Smith, the runner at first, and it's Lindsay Partlow, the freshman second baseman at the plate. Everybody pay attention here. Something weird's probably going to happen. First and third situations with Piedmont softball are never cut and dry. The first pitch to Partlow. She squares, pulls it back. It's in the dirt. The throw is going to go all the way to second. And Hannah Smith is in a rundown, and she does her job. She's going to get to second with a stolen base, and Chitwood scores on the play. I knew it was coming. I think everybody knew it was coming, but it doesn't matter. That's what Piedmont does. Chitwood scores, and it's 3-0 Piedmont. That first and third play, they love to run it. It just puts pressure on defenses. It makes their brain. They got to make them think. They got to make them make throws. And Wesleyan couldn't execute it that time. And it's now 3-0 Piedmont. So Chitwood scores. She gets credited with the stolen base. Hannah Smith scores. She gets credited with this, or Hannah Smith goes to second rather with the stolen base. And now it's 2-0 to Lindsay Partlow. Only one out in the inning. It's the top of the sixth. Piedmont leads 3-0. Trying to add on some more and give their starter Martina Malik enough insurance to cruise in to a win and maybe a conference championship. Partlow pops it straight up. Presley behind the plate. She's going to glove it. Nice play from the Wesleyan catcher. And there's two away. And she keeps Hannah Smith out at second base too.
Now batting the right fielder, Hartley Nerva.
So now it's Hartley Nerva, Piedmont's right fielder, the 8-hitter. 0 for 1 in this game. She's walked and struck out in her 2 plate appearances against Zupanik. First pitch to her this time. Squirts through all the way to the backstop. Hannah Smith is going to go to third. So now Piedmont's potential 4th run of the game, just 60 feet away. I was saying at the beginning of this inning, I don't think 1 run is enough to win this game. But I think 3 and definitely maybe 4 would be enough with the way Martina Malik's been pitching. Zupanik misses high this time with the ball. And it's 2-0. There's no disrespect intended here toward Hartley Nerva, but if I'm Zupanik, I really want to attack the 8-hitter and try to get her out. I don't want another runner. I don't want to face Drew Graham. I want to end this right here if I can. As that one in there for a strike, brush Nerva back off the plate just a little bit. Another base runner here. You can run another first and third play. It can spell trouble for Wesleyan, so Zupanik's got to be aggressive here against Nerva and try to end this threat before it gets worse. Swung on, grounded toward third. Caldwell fields across the diamond, and it's in time. And Zupanik does just that. She gets Nerva on a 5-3 ground out. but Piedmont scores twice, and the Lady Lions lead 3-0 heading to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.
Pinch hitting for the Wolves, number 12, Brooke Fleming.
8, 9, and 1 are due up here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Wesleyan Wolves. Their season is potentially down to just 6 more outs here in Game 2 of the USA South Tournament Championship Series. Piedmont with a 3-0 advantage in this one. Brooke Fleming, she'll pinch hit for the Wolves here in this situation. The first time we've seen her in this series. A .250 hitter on the season, 8 hits and 32 at-bats. She scored 5 runs, 5 RBIs. And she'll get her first plate appearance in this championship series. Tina, first pitch, fastball, and Fleming swings over the top of it. Just her second at-bat of the postseason for Fleming. So she hasn't seen a lot of action, but she's in this time for the catcher Presley Edwards, trying to contribute with their limited chances that are left, but she swings over that one, and it's 0-2.
Come on, buddy.
Guess she's out. Okay.
I'm not totally sure what's going on. I thought that was only the second pitch of the inning. So this is strange. I haven't seen this before. It's an 0-2 count on Brooke Fleming, and instead he's going to, I believe Brady Tykert's going to pitch hit for his pinch hitter, and it's Samantha Bowen. So Samantha Bowen steps in with an 0-2 count. She chops it foul. Isley gloves it right near the chalk, but it does go foul. So
what is going on? There's one out. So
I'm pretty sure there's nobody out. A lot of confusion. Now Terry Martin wants a clarification of what the situation is. Bowen is not in the lineup. She was not in the starting lineup. So she's also a pinch hitter. But now the question is, who is she pinch hitting for? There was only 2 pitches thrown.
But he flashed up 0-2 and then the next day at the strike.
What is this guy doing? This guy's on crack.
Trump's the first batter that hit it.
Yeah, and she only saw.
There have been 3 pitches in the inning.
How many outs are there?
I don't know how many outs there are.
Well, they sent 12 back, like she struck out, so I assume that's an out.
She struck out.
On deck is Marilyn Neesmith, who's the leadoff hitter, which means Bowen is pinch hitting for Jasmine Staley, the 9-hole hitter. So there's one away. I'm not sure how. I guess it's a strikeout. So now Tina delivers an 0-1. That would have been an 0-1 pitch to Samantha Bowen. We're getting wacky at the whack. I don't know what the situation was there. And I don't think I missed a pitch. But now it's a 1-2 count. There's one out. Brooke Fleming apparently struck out on 2 pitches. I don't know how. And instead now, it's a 1-2 count to Bowen, who loops one over Partlow, who was positioned really shallow at second base, anticipating a bunt or a slap. So instead, Samantha Bowen places one perfectly over her head, and it's a 1-out single. And now top of the order, center fielder number 9, Marilyn Smith. Marilyn Neesmith. I'm very confused of what all just happened. I don't know if any other SIDs out there that can help me. My friend Angela Roberts, my former colleague, I think she's watching. She's a softball aficionado. What just happened? I'm going to need some help. Neesmith, first pitch she sees, pops it to Partlow, and it's gloved for out number 2. I'm very confused. It is what it is. Savannah Pollock is now going to come up the DP with 2 away. There's a runner at first. It's Samantha Bowen, a pinch hitter who singled just moments ago in the first pitch from Malik to Pollock is in there for a strike. I was going to mention when this inning started that Tina had retired 13 straight hitters. That streak ended up finishing at 14. And then I don't know what happened after that, as this one's grounded toward Partlow. Nice hop. She'll backhand flip it to first. And the inning is over.
They're on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on for the Wolves. We go.
I'm going to forget that inning ever happened in my mind. What a weird inning, but regardless, we go to the 7th, and Piedmont's just 3 outs away from winning a conference championship for the 2nd year in a row. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. 9-1-2 due up here for the Lady Lions. Top of the 7th inning. They lead 3-0, and they're just 3 outs away from earning back-to-back USA South Tournament championships as Drew Graham, first pitch she sees, is lofted out towards left. That's Janae Rooker there to make the play. Couple defensive changes for Wesleyan. First, into the circle is Kimmy Dick. She's back to pitch after pitching a complete game in Game 1. So that moves Tiana Zupanik to third. It moves Bailey Caldwell to short. Savannah Pollock moves to play right field now. So a few changes being made. Domino effect for the Wolves defense. One away now. Stegmeyer, first pitch she sees lofted, foul, giving chase to Zupanik. She can't make the play in foul territory. So Stegmeyer gets away with one there. Not very well hit, but she's going to stay alive.
And then when each batter comes up, it's just
So Zupanik goes 6 innings in this game. They go back to their ace, Kimmy Dick, trying to hold the lead at 3, knowing they're going to need at least 3 runs in the next half inning to keep their season alive for the Wolves, as this one's high and into Stegmeyer, and it's 0-2. Oh. Well, maybe it's a 1-1 count. That one's low. Stegmeyer takes it off the plate for a ball.
Just before I saw the ball.
So a 2-1 count. Things have gotten, things are crazy. I'm losing my mind up here in the press box after the last half inning. Everything I thought I knew about softball, throw it out the window. Instead, Dick delivers the 2-1. Stegmeyer fouls it off the screen. Straight back, and it's a 2-2 count now. What did Drew Graham just do? She flew out to left. I'm losing my mind with the way this game is unfolding. Nonetheless, there's 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Piedmont the visitors, Wesleyan the home team in this Game 2 of the championship best-of-3 series. Stegmeyer takes a pitch high and in, ducks out of the way, and runs the count full. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. Better late than never. We're here toward the end of Game 2 today. Piedmont took Game 1, and they're threatening to take Game 2 with a 3-0 lead in the 7th. Stegmeyer lines one down the left field line. It's going to fall in foul territory, so we'll do the 3-2 yet again. Piedmont won Game 1 4-2. Kara Taylor had 3 RBIs in the game. She had a sac fly and also an RBI, a 2 RBI double. She played hero in that one. And now Piedmont with 3 runs in this game. All basically have come from result of stolen bases or a throwing error or whatever, just manufacturing runs on the bases, as this one's lined and caught at short by Caldwell. She had been playing third most of this game. She's moved over and played short now, and she makes that jumping play for out number 2.
Pitching for the Lions, number 3, Jasmine Lowry.
Jasmine Lowry, the freshman, is going to pinch hit here for Caitlin Isley. Interesting move by head coach Terry Martin, but he's going to put the freshman in here. Lowry, a .205 batting average this season, 9 hits, 5 RBIs. She started a lot of games early in the season out at second base, even played 1 at catcher. I think the Lions really like what they have here with her. A lot of potential they see in the freshman. She suffered an injury early in the year, caused her to miss a month, so that slowed her progression a little bit. She takes that one for a strike, 0-1. But nonetheless, powerful swing from the right side, very versatile. She can play second. She can probably play short if she needed to. She's caught. They're very high on Jasmine Lowry and what she can provide to this program in the next few seasons. And she fouls that one straight up out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. So Lowry in here for Isley. Have to imagine Isley will go back out and play third in the bottom half of the inning. As Lowry, again, fouls one straight back over the screen here, and we'll do it again. Kimmy Dick gets the sign, and she's ready to kick and deliver the 0-2 off the plate for a ball as Lowry runs it now to 1-2. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. Piedmont with a 3-0 lead. Jasmine Lowry trying to extend this half of the inning. The 1-2. Fouled again. Nice at bat off the bench for the freshman. First action she's seen in this tournament. Or not in this tournament, just in this championship series here today.
Okay. I'll be able to see when you order stuff, so I might just wing it and just be like, you're 20.
0 for 2 in the postseason so far is Lowry trying to change her luck here. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Kimmy Dick works a 1-2-3 inning for Wesleyan as they try to save their season out. They're going to need at least 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Piedmont with a 3-0 lead. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Bottom of the 7th inning here at the Walker Athletic Complex. The Wesleyan Wolves are down to their final 3 outs. Bailey Caldwell is going to lead off the inning. First pitch she sees is fouled up and out of play for a strike. Martina Malik can close this one out for the Lady Lions. They lead 3-0. We're in the 7th. They've already won Game 1 earlier today in this best-of-3 USA South Championship Series. Malik delivers the 0-1. It's low and inside for a ball. I'm Troy Wyman. We've had a really nice day of softball here. We're not done with it just yet. Piedmont's trying to hang on and claim a 2nd straight USA South tournament title and officially punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. That one inside. Caldwell gets out of the way of it. He goes to 2-1 now. The Lady Lions, the 16th team in the country in the NFCA coaches poll. They should be in the tournament field, the national tournament field, no matter what. Wesleyan, they're a 5 seed. They've played Cinderella this postseason. They had to win the play-in game. Then they had to beat Pfeiffer, the number 1 seed from the East, twice in that regional, or in that half of the conference bracket, rather, just to get to this point. No matter what happens from here, Wesleyan's had a really great season and a really nice tournament run, and they're trying to hang on to it here and keep it alive as Caldwell works a leadoff walk. That's a good start.
Now batting the first baseman, JJ Wright.
Brady Tykert's bunch from Macon, the Wesleyan Wolves. Trying to keep the season alive. They got to score at least 3 runs to do it, though, against an all-conference first-team pitcher in Martina Malik. Malik delivers to J.J. Wright. Swung on and missed. Nice breaking pitch. Had Wright way out in front. Malik, the 2021 USA South Pitcher of the Year. This season and first-team selection yet again. A really great career the seniors had here in their 3 years in Demarest. Delivers that one. It just missed the plate. Not sure where it missed. That had been a strike throughout most of the game. Might have been just a little bit high. Always hard up here in the press box. We're looking straight down at the mound, or at the plate rather. Hard to judge sometimes the height of pitches. As this one is flared right side. Morgan gives chase, but it goes out of play. Hannah Smith is in left, Rebecca Stegmeyer in center, Hartley Nerva in right, Isley at third, Graham at short, Partlow at second, Kara Taylor at first, Hannah Morgan behind the plate, and Martina Malik in the circle. No subs so far in this game, at least not defensively. We've seen some pinch runners, but the starting 9 is still out there for Piedmont. As JJ Wright fouls another one up and out of play. Wright in this game, she's lined out to left, and she struck out swinging against Malik.
You get one re-entry, basically. Per game, yeah.
Tiana Zupanik, she started this game. She's an all-conference second teamer in the West Division. She stands on deck waiting for her chance, trying to keep their hopes alive. This one over the plate for a strike. JJ Wright looked like she tried to lean into it, but she caught herself leaning a little too far, and instead it's the 5th strikeout of the day for Martina Malik. This one looking, and it's an important first out. So now Zupanik digs in, swings at the first pitch, back pick toward first, not in time to get Caldwell. But it's an 0-1 count now to Zupanik. She's grounded out to short and popped up, she's grounded out to second rather, and popped up to short in this game. Tina just misses that one. Thought she was going to get the call, she does not. Zupanik started this game in the circle, played third base last inning as they brought in their ace Kimmy Dick, trying to hold the lead at 3. Malik has her sign, delivers the 1-1, it's low. HMO popped out of her stance yet again. She's keeping a close eye on Bailey Caldwell, the runner over there at first base for Wesleyan. Her run really doesn't matter though, it's a 3-run game. Piedmont could give up 2 in this inning and still come away with a win. So instead, the 2-1. High. Caldwell, she's too far off of first. Now she's in no man's land. Morgan's going to run out towards her. Throw it to Partlow. To Taylor. Now we're in a rundown. Over to Drew Graham. She got her. And there's 2 away. The Lady Lions execute the rundown to perfection and nail an important second out. A base running mistake for Bailey Caldwell. I was just saying her run doesn't matter. There's no sense in getting picked off here. That she can score and it doesn't matter. But you need her to score if you want to build a comeback. And instead it's 2-2. 2 outs. Deuces are wild. Wesleyan down to their final out. Martina Malik, the 2-2. Right down the middle, strike 3. Is it not strike 3? He called it a strike. I thought he called it a strike. He put his hand up. Okay, so it's a full count. Goodness gracious. I'm getting all excited here. And the umpire doesn't know the count. It's a full count, 2 out. Martina Malik delivers, swung on and missed. Strike 3. The Lady Lions softball team is back-to-back champions of the USA South Tournament. Piedmont wins it 3-0 in game 2. Martina Malik delivers another shutout. What a game, what a performance, what a season for the Lady Lions, and it's not done yet.
USA South Tournament champions.
You want to finalize that? It's good. Good job.
Piedmont celebrating down the third base line. Martina Malik getting high fives and hugs all around. What a performance from her. A complete game shutout, only giving up 3 hits. Just a spectacular performance from the all-conference pitcher. And they just doused Terry Martin with the water cooler. Head coach gets a bath for the champion Lady Lions softball team. 2021 and now 2022, back-to-back conference championships for the Piedmont Lady Lions. What a season, what a performance from start to finish. They go 5-0 in the USA South Tournament to win the championship yet again. We'll be right back. We'll announce some all-tournament teams later on in this broadcast. We'll take a quick break, and congratulations first To Piedmont on their championship. Wesleyan, what a great run. They're going to come up just short, but they got nothing to hang their heads about this run. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Back in the broadcast booth, a little post-game wrap-up
And now presenting your
from our USA South Tournament Championship Series.
MVP, Martina Malik.
Martina Malik has just been announced as your 2022 softball tournament MVP. And there's no surprise there. Malik went 3-0 in the postseason, 3 complete games, 3-0 record. Only allowed 1 run in her 3 outings, and it was unearned. Really a spectacular performance from her as Piedmont was just announced and given the trophy for the tournament championship, and Wesleyan gets a nice round of applause from the fans too. Their Cinderella run comes to an end here in the championship series. The 5 seed from the West Division, they found themselves here in the championship series, a really nice season. Pushed everybody to the brink. They beat Pfeiffer twice, the 1 seed from the East. And head coach Terry Martin looks like is going over and going to have a word with the Wesleyan players, giving them a congratulations. Tell them, you know what, nothing to hang your heads about. You gave us a good fight here in this series. A 4-2 game in Game 1, a 3-0 game here in Game 2. By no means a blowout. 2 really close games, well-contested games. And Wesleyan can say they gave it their all here at the end of the season. For Piedmont, they win their 2nd straight USA South Tournament Championship. The Lions beat NC Wesleyan a season ago and earned an automatic berth in the NCAA Championships. This year, not quite as much dramatics. Last season went to 3 games here. This one, the Lions took care of in just 2. As I said, a 4-2 win and a 3-0 win in these 2 games for the 16th ranked team in the country. And the Lady Lions have officially punched their ticket with an automatic berth to the NCAA Championships. We'll learn their destination, sometime in the next few days as the rest of the Division III season wraps up. Teams start to learn where they're going for regionals, who they'll play, and what the outlook is on potentially winning a national championship. Lady Lions have a shot at it. They've got the pitching and they've got the hitting, I think, right now. They've definitely got the base running. But it's all a matter of putting it together at the right time. Putting on the championship t-shirts now. Go ahead and celebrate. Girls, you've earned it. It's been a great season. And that'll do it for their season here in Demorest, at least for the home slate. Stay tuned to PiedmontLions.com for any schedule updates. Piedmont SB and at Piedmont Lions on Twitter for any updates on the softball team, where they'll go for their regional tournament. And what's next for this Lady Lions softball team as they continue their march, potentially, toward a trip to the national championship final site. That'll do it for us in the broadcast booth. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Michael Thomason on scoreboard, Joseph Garwood, our score, my boss, Danielle Percival. Ran the music, make sure things always run smoothly. Been a great season of Piedmont athletics. The softball team is still going, as are plenty other of our athletics teams. Make sure to stay tuned and follow along. Congratulations once again, the 2022 Piedmont Lady Lions. They are the champions of the USA South Tournament for a 2nd year in a row.